So I'm not against systems. I'm just pointing out that it's a mistake to think it's only a debate about systems. The same crook who's the senator today under presidential system will go into the House of Assembly under parliamentary. What is the difference? He was a thief now there, but I'm saying you have to find a way. The leaders adopt the next 3 months. Usually a president that day in Nigeria will be Campori. People going around the whole place, wasting government resources, advertising and so on. President said, please don't embarrass me. They may sell 3. A blind man knew there were 20 presidential jets, but at least they've not recognized. Then is progress. So I'm going to show you why it is important to hold people's feet to the fire. It makes them begin to think. Because before then, I honestly thought Astro Rock was tone deaf. When I say tone deaf, making pronouncements that if you don't, especially if you control those who you give access to, you will soon find that you're totally out of sync. Celebrate. They exploit it by adding a fee, which is to give a 90 billion subsidy for the Hajj. Again, they went back to being tone deaf. At least that's progress. Before they were totally tone deaf, now there's a mixture. They are doing some good and doing some things bad. So we want to help them to get to a point where they only do things that are good. And please, let's celebrate the correct things that they do. It helps. And condemn the wrong things that they do. Merci.
Thank you very much.
Ministers from 36 states at the time, who didn't contest any election, who had no understanding what the people needed and why people contested to represent them. Then those are the ministers who drove the budget and in place what they believe is best for your constituency. So we argued at the time, Obasanjo was the president, and we said, look, Mr. President, you can't have your ministers come to my senatorial district and place things which he or she has done without consulting me as the senator in charge of that district. Therefore, the need for constituency projects that the people want, which we will then input in the budget. Now the catch is, the moment that was done and you pass the budget and it's enacted into a law, it becomes a responsibility of the executive to award the contracts to build those projects. You don't appoint the senator or the House of Rep member to appoint the contractors. Some would have done that, some others wouldn't do that. But so there's absolutely nothing wrong with constituency projects being put in the budget. Your state who have no understanding what the people needed, the people you stood elections to represent without consulting you would input and expect that to work. Now, so it's a question of if you do it right, then it's good. If you don't do it right, then it's bad. Now, appointment of state, the Constitution says every state will have a minister. Beyond that, some president will then appoint one more each per senatorial district or state to make about 40 in this country. Or local government, where you won't find very smart men and women to appoint to jobs. We just need to do our homework properly and appoint the right persons to the right jobs. Moral values. Moral values. I said that in my paper, that there's needed to look at our moral values. There's need to make our policies based on our cultural and traditional values. What do I mean? Every society have things they abhor, and they so apply to everyone. So make policies, federal policies or government policies that enhances those things, and so we'll get the better buying by your community. Education. I talked about funding education, and I meant it. You can't have a country where you have your educational institution weak and expect to have the best people coming up to lead you. That won't work. So invest a lot of money in education. Today is AI, artificial intelligence. We missed the boat